Looking beyond over to the, I believe that's the east over there, is New Richmond High School. Very nice looking facility. I was surprised when we talked last week and I found out that New Richmond has a school population of close to 1,000 students. I always kind of pegged them as maybe in that 400 or 500 range, but so they're, comparable. Marshfield's in that 1120 or so range. That hasn't been established yet for either school till the end of September, but gives you a little idea where these teams are size-wise. So should be a good ball game. First time in New Richmond as we drove through. It looks like a very nice community. I was impressed. All the clean yards and nice homes and nice looking businesses and so on. So pretty impressed by being here for the first time. I hope I'm a little bit more impressed tonight by the Tigers defense, Gene.
Yeah, Tigers did not look all that great defensively last week, although they had their backs to the wall a lot with those turnovers. But still, I think you were hoping for some more physical play last week.
Yeah, Coach Gadel has said that to you before last game. He says he's looking for that nature. You don't like to talk about kids being a little mean and nasty, but to play the game of football, especially on defense, there has to be some of that, at least in some of the players. And I think the Tigers may still be looking for that defensive leader, the guy that kind of goes up and down the line, or a couple of players that maybe kicks a few players in the tail a little bit and says, come on, let's go, let's get fired up here. So we'll have to see if they can establish that tonight. I'm sure that's something that the coaching staff talked about a lot this past week.
Well, Marshfield will kick off to begin play tonight. New Richmond has two men back in deep safety, Abraham Munson and George Schrader. Tigers will kick from right to left as we view the playing field here at New Richmond High School.
Against the slight breeze tonight.
Keegan Frederick to kick it off for the Tigers this evening. Good crowd on hand to watch football. Marshfield and New Richmond. A few scattered bleachers on the far sideline. And Marshfield fans are over there, but there are Marshfield fans below us in the main grandstand as well.
Yeah, those Marshfield fans, they're not dumb. They came over here and sat in the shade.
Yeah, and those fans across the way are looking directly into the sun as well.
Oh, boy. So are the Tigers on that far sideline as far as their bench goes. So
Keegan Frederick to kick off. Kick is away. It's a long end-over-end kick. And Schrader on the 5. 10, 15, 20. Has the seam across the 25. Near sideline, 35, 40. 45 to midfield. Up the near sideline. He's get tripped up at the 25. Stays on his feet and ridden out of bounds inside the Marshfield 10. Finally tackled by Caleb Neuenfeld. Well, not the way the Tigers wanted to start this ball game tonight. A long kick return. Now let's see, however, Dale, I see there is a penalty flag down around the New Richmond 20-yard line. So the Tigers get a big break on that play.
Wow, because the Tigers committed a cardinal sin of kick coverage there. You cannot, we've talked about in the past, a few truisms. Don't tackle your own man. Don't run into your own man. You got to field the punt. Don't let it roll. But one of them is the kick coverage team. The guys on the outside have to stay there and have to turn the ball carrier in. And that didn't happen. And New Richmond went down the field. But luckily for the Tigers, this one's coming back in New Richmond, Gene. It's going to be very deep in their own territory.
Well, rather than have the ball on the Marshfield 9, they'll have the ball on their own 9.
Wow. Big break.
82-yard difference on that penalty. Tiger defense now coming out. 1st and 10 near Richmond at their own 9. Their quarterback, the senior Reese Hiddy, will last the week through for 180 and 3 touchdowns. Hiddy in the pistol formation. Miles Burke, tailback behind him. Now shifts next to Hiddy. On 1st down, Burke gets the call, gets hit immediately. Spins away, but gets hit again, and he'll be dropped for maybe a yard loss. Got a big hit immediately by Owen Griesbach, spun away, and was tackled by another Tiger player back at the 8, a loss of 1.
There's another truism. As an offensive lineman, you can't let a guy cross your face and go into your inside gap. Griesbach was able to go into the backfield untouched on that play.
2nd and 11, New Richmond at their own 8. Hiddy again in the backfield in the quarterback spot. He runs himself straight ahead, not very far. Got tripped up by a couple of Tigers. Donnie Carolfi, principal hit man, at about the 9-yard line, gain of 1. And a 3rd and 10 for New Richmond at their own 9-yard line. They'll send 4 receivers out to the near side. And Max Kratovics split on the far side.
Marshfield starting with 4 down linemen.
Hitty in the pistol on 3rd and 10 from the 9-yard line. Surveys the scene. Takes the snap. Fakes the jet sweep. Goes straight ahead. Gets hit and spun down at the line of scrimmage. Once again, very good penetration, I think, by Griesbach and also by Simon Daggett. And Hitty runs maybe for a yard. That's about it. We'll see where they put it. Yes, the 10-yard line, gain of 1. So after that long kick return is negated, a 3 and out for New Richmond, 4th and 9 for New Richmond at their own 10-yard line.
Oh, here comes the coach's nightmare, that first punt snap that you have in the game, especially if it goes into your end zone.
Tigers have Brooks Hinson back in deep safety. High snap pulled in by the kicker. He lines one down the far sideline. Fair catch called for by Hinson at the New Richmond 48-yard line.
Hinson did a nice job. The ball sailed actually over his head, and he had to turn around and grab it over his shoulder. But a nice strong catch there, but not without a little bit of acrobatics.
But very good field position for the Tigers. 1st and 10 Marshfield at the New Richmond. Well, to put the ball now at the 50, at the 50-yard line. Play just underway, no score. Tigers' first possession. Quarterbacked by senior Adam Gilbertson, who last week threw for 88 yards, but with 3 pass interceptions. 1st and 10. And here's the inside handoff. Mason Seidel. A nice gain straight ahead. Tripped up at about the 41. Well, the Tigers, Dale, I think, would like to see Mason get loose because he only rushed last week for 19 yards, but gets 9 on that first carry tonight.
Yeah, and he's one of your top skilled people, certainly one of your fastest, if not the fastest person on the team. And a nice counter that time as Marshfield went in motion from left to right, but then brought him back underneath. New Richmond went with the motion, got caught.
2nd and 1 Tigers at the New Richmond 41. Gilbertson in the pistol. Takes the snap, runs himself, gets hit, spins forward, and does get the first down. He was set about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but spun away and got the first down at the New Richmond 39-yard line.
Now, if the program is right, Gilbertson does weigh 200 pounds, so he's got a little bit of power there and was able to run through a tackle behind the line of scrimmage and pick up that first down. Not by much, but enough.
1st and 10 Tigers at the New Richmond 39. 8:50 left first quarter, no score. Pohl and Hinson wide far side. Trey Parr wide near side. Braden Anderson the back next to Gilbertson on this play. Gilbertson back to pass. A quick out far sideline. Caught by Hinson. Steps inside to the 30. 25-yard line. Breaks yet another tackle and dives down to about the 22.
Boy, New Richmond defensive back came up on Hinson, had him in his sight, but dove at the ground, went to his knees, and whiffed on the play. Big gain by Hinson. 18
yards on that pass play. 7th catch this year for Brooks Hinson. Tiger first down on the New Richmond 21-yard line. Seidel back in the backfield with Denny and Anderson as blocking backs. Gilbertson hands to Seidel, trying to get outside. He turns the corner with a stiff arm. 20, breaks a tackle, 15, down the near sideline, out of bounds around the 10.
2 stiff arms, Gene, on that one, right?
Yeah, it looked like you're right, Dale.
Yeah, broke a couple of tackles there, and with his hand on top of the helmet of a couple New Richmond tacklers.
Looked like you on that Brott line with that stiff arm.
Yeah, that old lady, I had to apologize to her, doggone it. Just all over the state, I've got problems with that.
11 yards on that play. A 1st and goal now for Marshfield on the New Richmond 10. Hinson wide far side, Chris Pohl near side. Tigers now shift. Anderson and Seidel in the eye behind Gilbertson. Adam turns, and Seidel straight ahead, not much there. He does get about 2, maybe 3. Now pushed back. They'll mark him back, I think, about the 9-yard line. Looks like that's the call. 1 yard for Seidel on that play. That Tiger offensive line, the tackles Ethan Connect and Brock Carolfi. The guards are Ryan Heller and James Clements, and the center is veteran Hayden Deeringer.
And the experience is in the center of that line
Yeah.
with Heller, Dinger, and Clement, all seniors.
Parr wide side, Hinson and Pohl near side. Anderson in the backfield. 2nd and goal from the 9. Gilbertson back to pass. Being rushed, starts to run. Hit from behind, spins forward, has a nice gain to the 6. Gilbertson makes something out of that play and gains 3 on that carry. So now 3rd and goal Tigers at the New Richmond 6-yard line. Blocking breaking down on that play.
Well, blocking broke down, but to tell you, New Richmond so far has missed a number of big tackles in this game. We talked about the Tigers needing to get more aggressive on defense. Well, I'm sure the coaches are going to talk to their defense here from New Richmond.
Tigers looking for their first score of the year. 3rd and goal Tigers from the 6. Hinson comes in motion. He and Pohl both on the near side. Gilbertson will hand to Seidel straight ahead. Not much there. Stopped about the line of scrimmage.
Real good penetration there by Caleb Hyman from New Richmond. A 241-pound, 6'1" senior playing in that defensive line.
Coach Cato sending out his kicking team, I believe. And Keegan Frederick may attempt a field goal here. Or maybe maybe Steinbach. It looks like it's going to be J.J. Steinbach. Steinbach on the field goal try from the 13, 23-yard field goal try for J.J. Steinbach. Gilbertson is the holder. Ball near the near hash mark. Ball is down. Kick on the way. It floats to the far side. And it is good. Just inside that far upright, the kick is good.
Oh, my. From my angle, I thought it was quite a bit wide right, but we'll take the 3.
Marshfield on the scoreboard. 5:49 remaining in the first quarter. And our score is Marshfield 3, New Richmond nothing. Back with more football from New Richmond following this word.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cefalatieri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
But J.J. Steinbach with a 23-yard field goal, and Marshfield grabs a 3-0 lead.
I think there's a game called Hungry Hungry Hippos. Well, I think here in New Richmond there's a game called Hungry Hungry Flies. My gosh, they won't leave me alone. I guess when you only shower once a month. It probably has something to do with it.
Now Keegan Frederick is kicking off for the Tigers. It's a long kick. And it's Langness on the 4, straight ahead of the 15, outside of the 20-yard line, up the near sideline to the 30, and ridden down around the 35-yard line. Another good return for New Richmond.
Yeah, another good return. Marshfield did have a player here to the outside that eventually did help turn that ball in, so otherwise that would have been another one that was off to the races down the sideline. So player, I'm sure, was told to get out there and stay out there. That's your job.
1st and 10 to Richmond at their own 35. 5:40 left first quarter. Tigers lead 3-0. Reese Hiddy, the quarterback for New Richmond. Miles Burke, the tailback, behind him. 2 receivers far side, 1 on the near side. Hiddy will hand the ball off. Not much running over the near sideline now. Burke breaks outside, carries across the 40 to near the 45-yard line. Burke only 5'9", 162, ran for 40 yards against Medford last week. He carries out to the 44 and gains 9 on that run. Second and about 1.5 yards for New Richmond, just shy of their own 44.
A couple of good stiff arms by Burke.
Again, Hiddy in that pistol, Burke next to him. 3 receivers on the far side. And Hiddy wants to pass, throws to the far sideline, and a receiver goes to his knees to make that catch. That's George Schrader, who caught 4 passes a week ago. Short gain to the 47, but enough for a first down for New Richmond.
You know, on these stiff arm, well, you're going to go in a hurry here, so I'll be quiet.
1st and 10 for New Richmond from their own 47-yard line. And Hitty will give to Burke again. Nice gain straight ahead across the 50-yard line. He stopped there by a couple of Tigers. Looks like Donnie Karolfi in on that stop, along with Dawson Meisner at the Tiger 45, gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Hitty rolling near side to pass the ball, lobs it near sideline, caught along the near sideline at the 40-yard line. And the receiver out of bounds inside the 35. That time it's Alex Awney. Alex Awney on that catch. And Awney down to the Tiger 33, gains 12. New Richmond without a huddle. 1st and 10, New Richmond at the Tiger 33-yard line. Hitty back in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, looks to run to the far sideline, being chased down, throws on the run. The ball is caught at the Tiger 25 by Nick Selman. Goes down right there. Almost a quarterback sack on that play. There was a strong rush by a Tiger defender.
Yeah, kind of interesting. New Richmond had pulled linemen around the corner, too, downfield, but no no lineman downfield called on the play. How big a gain?
2nd and 1 for New Richmond at the Tiger 24-yard line. Burke back in a tailback, and Hitty will give to Burke straight ahead for a short gain. He may have the first down, but pulled down from behind by Owen Griesbach. Burke straight ahead for about 2.
First down.
And he'll get the first down at the Tiger 22-yard line. 3:55 remaining, first quarter. Tigers on top early, 3-0. But New Richmond on the drive, 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Burke, the tailback, behind Hitty in the pistol formation. Hitty takes the snap, fades to pass. Good protection, throws across the middle. A man is open at the 10-yard line, goes high to grab it. That's Nick Selman, pulled down immediately, but he has the first down. Selman at 6'4", goes up high to grab that pass at the Tiger 10 and gain 12 more yards.
Yeah, the key there was great pass protection by the New Richmond front.
Now a 1st and goal for New Richmond just inside the Tiger 10-yard line. 2 receivers near side, a wing on the near side as well. Hitty takes the snap, hands to Burke. He goes nowhere, stopped immediately by Donnie Karolfi behind the line of scrimmage. Burke will lose yardage on that play.
I'm sure New Richmond did a lot of looking at the Hudson film from last week, and Hudson did a lot of damage running up the middle, especially with their quarterback. So New Richmond has been trying that so far, not much there.
Loss of 1, 2nd and goal New Richmond at the Marshfield 11-yard line. 3 men near side, now 2 on the far side, and Hitty is the only man in the backfield, the New Richmond quarterback. He takes the snap, looks to pass the ball, throws across the middle, ball's knocked away, incomplete pass. A very fine defensive play by a Tiger defender on that play. I believe that was Dawson Meisner in the end zone, tipped the ball away from a New Richmond receiver, incomplete.
Okay.
So 3rd down now. 3rd and goal New Richmond at the Tiger 11. Play being signaled in from the sideline. Joe Hepner in the backfield behind Hitty on this play. 3 receivers near side, 1 on the far side. Hitty grabs the snap, looks to pass the ball, throws across the middle. The ball's knocked down, incomplete. Again looking for Selman, but a couple of Tiger defenders were there to knock that ball away at the goal line. Incomplete pass once again. It's 4th and goal for New Richmond at the Tiger 11. Bjorn Bonneman is the New Richmond kicker. He did kick a 27-yard field goal against Medford last week. He's lining up here on the 18-yard line, so this would be a 28-yard field goal try for Bonneman. The quarterback Here's the placement down. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. A 28-yard field goal by Bonneman ties the ball game.
And he had a lot of distance on that. He'd be good from at least another 15 yards.
We now have 2:24 remaining in the first quarter, and our score, Marshfield 3, New Richmond 3, and more football from New Richmond in just a moment.
High school sports is being brought to you courtesy of our broadcast.
Job journey begin. Finally, job seekers can stop spending hours searching from one job search engine to another. Instead, find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you all in one place and at one time. Let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Marshfield, Medford, Stevens Point, and Wausau, you'll find a variety of local jobs right in your community, including full-time, part-time, and temporary. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals. Visit expresspros.com.
Sideline there, I thought if you did that and got a guy to come over, you had to call a timeout.
Here's the kick by Bonneman. Shorter kick to the far sideline. It goes past Seidel in the end zone for a touchback. Tiger football on their own 20. 2:24 left in the first quarter. Marshfield and New Richmond tied at 3.
I remember an official telling me over at Stanley Boyd one day when I thought there was a particularly bad call, and at least I wanted an explanation, tried to call the referee over to me, and he came over part way and he goes, "What, you want a timeout?" I said, "No." He said, "Then I'm not talking to you."
First and 10 Marshfield at their own 20-yard line. Adam Gilbertson at quarterback. Braden Anderson next to him in the backfield. And Anderson straight ahead, cuts outside with a nice move across the 20 and dives out to about the 24. 4 yards for Anderson on that carry. 2nd and 6 Tigers at the New Richmond 24-yard line.
Yeah, I'll take 4, almost 5 yards on first down.
Braden Anderson ran for 66 yards a week ago. Was Marshfield's top ball carrier against Hudson. 2nd and 6 Tigers at their own 24-yard line.
Good blocking by Connect and Heller on that last play.
Henson wide far side. And here's the handoff to Seidel, getting outside, trying to turn that corner. He will do so. 30, 35-yard line up the far sideline and out of bounds near midfield. Strong run for Mason Seidel. Gives Marshfield a first down. See where they mark him out of bounds. Coach Hartwig over there wants some extra yardage, but they'll put him out at the Marshfield 46. Still 22 yards for Seidel and a Tiger first down. Marshfield moving from right to left here. Just 1:35 remaining in the first quarter. Brooks Hinson to the near side. Anderson and Seidel in the backfield. Grayson Rohde flanked to the far side. Grayson comes in motion, gets the jet sweep handoff, turns the corner, comes back to the inside, but gets stood up back at the 45, and he'll lose a yard. Abraham Munson cutting through some Tiger blockers. Got to Rohde at the 45-yard line, maybe the 44. And Grayson loses 2 on that play. Looks like that play might be successful, but Munson runs in there and makes the play.
I believe that was George Schrader on the play for New Richmond.
2nd and 12 for Marshfield at their own 44-yard line. Anderson and Seidel in the eye behind Gilbertson. And Gilbertson back to pass, throws far sideline. Pohl has to catch at the 50, breaks a tackle, and dives forward to the New Richmond 45. Chris Pohl's 3rd catch of the year. They'll mark him down right on the 44-yard line. So he gains 12 on the gains 10 on the play.
Marshfield taking advantage of some off coverage by New Richmond. In other words, they're playing off the receivers quite a bit, and so they're just throwing the ball on some quick outs to gain yardage.
High backfield on 3rd and 2. Another Tiger shift. Henson comes to the near side. Seidel in the backfield next to Gilbertson. Adam grabs the snap. Inside counter to Anderson. Gets stood up in the backfield and stomped at the line of scrimmage.
He may have lost the yard, Gene.
No gain for Braden Anderson. And that play will end the first quarter football here at New Richmond High School. Our score after 1 period, Marshfield 3, New Richmond 3. Back with the second quarter in just a moment.
Tonight's game brought to you courtesy of our broadcast.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 15 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now at 715-384-8118. Choose Drunken Chicken, BLT, Western, Mac and Cheese, Sweet Chili Chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has roasted chicken, fish, sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Development of a winning tradition. If you're planning to build or remodel, think of the tradition offered at Trudeau Construction of Marshfield. They have
ball at the New Richmond 46. It's 4th and 3. And Chris Pohl on to punt the ball away for the Marshfield Tigers. Abraham Munson back in deep safety for New Richmond at his own 5-yard line. Good snap. Pohl's kick, a high kick, but not real deep. New Richmond gets away. Ball bounces inside the 15, inside the 10, then rolls again inside the 5
boy.
And down at the 1-yard line.
What did we talk about, Gene? You got to feel those punts in the air. You can't let them hit on turf, especially, and roll like that. There were 2 New Richmond returners in the area, and they just let the ball go. And because of that, they're in big trouble now offensively.
New Richmond ball on their own 1-yard line, early second quarter. We're tied at 3. Once again, quarterback Reese Hitty leads out the New Richmond Tigers. Miles Burke in the backfield next to him. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. Hitty takes the snap, looks to pass to the near sideline, and caught at the 10-yard line, and round to the 15 by Max Katrovics. Quick slant to Katrovics gives New Richmond the first down at the 15-yard line. Gain of 14 on that play. 1st and 10, New Richmond at their own 15-yard line. Again, Katrovics wide near side. 3 receivers to the far side, and Burke, running back, next to Hitty. Burke gets the call on the sweep, turns back inside, meets Griesbach at the 20, and falls forward to about the 22.
Good pursuit by Griesbach from his right defensive side and just kind of peeled down the line of scrimmage and made that tackle.
Still 7 yards for Burke, 2nd and 3 for New Richmond at their own 22-yard line. New Richmond ball players checking with the sidelines, looking into the sun. Now checking their wristbands to determine what play they're going to run here. Lankinus and Aiden Eckert both out wide on the far side. Hitty in the pistol, takes the snap, gives the ball to Burke, has a nice gain across the 25-yard line to the Marshfield 35 and cut down near the 40. Miles Burke getting outside for a nice gain, and he'll pick up the first down for New Richmond. They mark the ball right on the Tiger 41, so a gain of 19 on that play. Still early second quarter, we're tied at 3 here in New Richmond. 1st and 10, New Richmond at their own 41. Katrovics and Lankinus to the near side. Hitty in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, hands to Hepner, and now fakes the handoff to Hepner, now throws to the far sideline and completes a short pass. Pass going to Aiden Eckert, out to the New Richmond 47, gain 6. 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 for New Richmond at their own 47-yard line. Joe Hepner now in the ball game as the running back in place of Miles Burke. 1 receiver to the near side, 3 on the far side on 2nd and about 4. Lankinus comes in motion. Inside handoff to Hepner, hit at the 50-yard line, falls forward to near a first down marker. Owen Griesbach on that stop at the Tiger 49. Hepner gains about 3. He's just shy of the first down. 3rd and less than 1 for New Richmond, just inside the 50-yard line. Hepner stays in the ball game to play that running back spot next to Hitty. 3 receivers on the far side. Now Hitty will take it himself under center and dives forward for the first down. Hitty did rush for 46 yards a week ago. That's his first carry tonight. Powers his way down to the Tiger 47 and gains 3. 1st and 10 to Richmond at the Tiger 47. 9 minutes left in the first half. Marshfield and New Richmond tied at 3.
New Richmond has 7 first downs already.
Reese Hitty back in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, throws far sideline, caught by Eckert, turns inside and gains about 5 yards, dives forward to the Tiger 43-yard line. Aiden Eckert with his second catch on this drive. He'll gain 4 on that play. 2nd and 6, New Richmond at the Tiger 43.
Little bubble screen. You just throw it out there to your wide receiver. The lineman release and head out that way to try to form a wall with the receiver cutting back under it.
Ethan Panic now in the ball game as the running back next to Hitty on 2nd and 6. Langinus comes in motion, and Hitty back to pass. Looks deep to the near sideline. The ball is caught inside the 15-yard line by Petrovics. Goes down right there. He'll have a big gain and a New Richmond first down around the Tiger 11-yard line. Max Petrovics deep in the Tiger secondary gains 32. And a first down for New Richmond to the Tiger 11-yard line. However, the players are now walking backwards. We don't see a flag out there, but there might be one on this play. Tigers again may get a big break on a penalty to negate a big New Richmond play. Ball goes back to the 43-yard line. Unless they're calling that incomplete. I don't know. Still says second down on the down box.
I don't know what the call is.
Could be an inadvertent whistle or something. Once again, 2nd and 6 for New Richmond.
They changed it to third down on the
Now
box.
it is third. Yeah, it must be an incomplete pass. 3rd and 10 at the 43-yard line. And Hitty to throw the football. Lobs across the middle. It's caught by Eckert. Spins away from a tackle. Gets outside the 40 and grabs it at the 39-yard line. Stopped right there. Griesbach on the tackle, along with Preston Hackett. Gain of about 4 on that play. Ball's on the 39, 4th and about a yard and a half for New Richmond at the Tiger 39-yard line. 3 receivers tight on the far side. Hepner in the backfield next to Hitty. Hitty takes the snap. It's a bad snap, goes over his head, rolls back to the far sideline, and looks to throw deep down the far sideline. There's a man out there, and it's caught at about the 10-yard line. Caught by Langinus at the 10-yard line for the first down for New Richmond. Well, after the bad snap, New Richmond makes a big play. A gain of about, let's see where they spot the football. Looks like the 11-yard line, so a gain of 28. And a first down for New Richmond at the Tiger 11 after that bad snap on that play. 7:05 remaining first half. Marshfield and New Richmond are tied at 3.
Well, the first big break going New Richmond's way after the Tigers picking up a couple breaks.
Hitty in that pistol formation. Hepner next to him. And Hitty will hand to Hepner. He goes nowhere. He's pile-drived by a couple of Tigers, by Karolfi and Griesbach, for a loss back at the right around the 14-yard line. Loss of 3 on that play. Second, New Richmond can't get the first down at the 3-yard line. So second and about 12 here. Hitty will throw the ball on this play. Rolls to the far sideline. Has some room. Now stops, throws across the middle, and it's dropped. Petrovics at the 5-yard line was open. The ball fell out of his grasp, incomplete. He looked like he had some momentum towards the goal line, so the Tigers going to break there. Sets up a third down play for New Richmond. 3rd and 12 for New Richmond at the Tiger 14-yard line. New Richmond ball players checking the sidelines once again for this play. 3 receivers out wide near side. Aiden Eckert to the far side. Burke in the backfield next to Hitty on 3rd and 12. Hitty to throw the football. Steps up. Throws towards the goal line. The man is out there, but over the end line, I believe, incomplete. Eckert made the catch, but came down out of bounds outside the goal line, off the back line, incomplete.
Yeah, another defensive back from Marshfield getting beat.
But it's 4th down now. 4th and 12 for New Richmond at the Tiger 14. And we'll see if Bonneman comes on to attempt his second field goal of the night. Looks like he will. Ball put down at the 22, so a 32-yard field goal try by Bjorn Bonneman.
He's got easy leg for this.
He had earlier this night for the 28. Kick is on the way. Kick is up, and it is good. 32-yard field goal by Bjorn Bonneman. And New Richmond grabs its first lead of the evening. 6:03 remaining in the second quarter. And our score now is New Richmond 6 and the Marshfield Tigers 3. More football coming up from New Richmond in just a moment.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com. Bonneman's kick up the near sideline, rolls around the 20-yard line. That's a loose ball and dived upon by a Marshfield ball player. Looks like that's Caleb Denny who falls on it back around the 22-yard line.
Tough call for Denny. I think he was hoping that ball would take one more bounce and go out of bounds, but it didn't. Luckily, he was smart enough to jump on that ball because there were a couple of New Richmond players on the scene.
Tiger football on their own 22 halfway through the second quarter. Marshfield now trailing New Richmond 6-3. Game of field goals so far tonight, rather unusual.
Yeah, you kind of feel like New Richmond has dominated this game, but it's only 6-3.
High backfield behind Adam Gilbertson, who's under center on this play. On first down, Seidel has a nice gain off the left side. Then the hole clogs up. Mason does carry across the 25 to the 26 and picks up 4. 2nd and 6 for Marshfield at their own 26. Tiger football tonight on WOSQ, brought to us by Edward Jones Investments, Sternweiss & Sons Ready Mix and Block Plant of Marshfield, the Daily Grind of Marshfield, and Chili Implement. 2nd and 6 Tigers at their own 26-yard line. Pohl and Hinson wide far. Anderson, wing on the near side. Tyler Hyman, the tight end, on the near side. The football goes far side, caught at the 30 by Chris Pohl, breaks a tackle and flung down near the 35, but he'll have the first down on that catch. Chris Pohl to the 34, he'll pick up 8 on that play. 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 34.
Gilbertson is now 3 of 3 for 37 yards.
Adam last week was Brooks Hinson coming wide near side. Tyler Hyman, tight end, far side. Braden Anderson, a wing outside of him. Gilbertson, the pistol on this play on 1st and 10. Adam hands off to Seidel, trying to get outside. Not much there. He'll be pulled down after a short gain. Maybe 2 yards on the play for Seidel. Maybe 3 to the 37. 2nd and 7 Tigers at their own 37-yard line. 40. At halftime, by the way, a special guest, the new boys basketball coach at Abbotsford High School, Garrett Rao, talks about taking over the Falcons program at halftime this evening.
42 yards for Seidel so far in 6 carries.
Well, Mason only had 19 a week ago, so a vast improvement tonight. 2nd and 7 Tigers at their own 37-yard line from the I formation. Gilbertson gives to Seidel. Nice hole straight ahead. Breaks outside and knocked down around the 44-yard line near that first down marker. Mason gains 7 on that play. And they're going to give him yardage, I think, to the 45.
And they're going to move the chains?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. They gave him a nice spot to the 45. So that gives Marshfield the first down right on their own 45-yard line. 3:35 left. First half. Tigers trail New Richmond 6-3.
I like this. I'd like to see the Tigers pound for a while here on that New Richmond front.
Two blocking backs on the near side. Seidel in the backfield. Gilbertson back to pass. Steps up. Throws deep to the near sideline for Hinson. Overthrows him, however, incomplete. Deep sideline route by Brooks Hinson. Well overthrown by Gilbertson. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 now for the Tigers at their own 45-yard line.
I guess with only 3:18 left in the half, I guess you would look maybe to throw the football a little bit more.
Each team does have all 3 timeouts remaining here in the first half. Tigers in their white uniforms tonight. 2nd and 10 Marshfield, just shy of their own 45. Pole near side, Hinson far side. Tigers now shift. Anderson as a wing on the near side. Hyman tight end on the far side. Gilbertson grabs the snap, gives to Seidel, looking for a hole, not much there. Mason stopped near the line of scrimmage, may have gained 1 yard on the play, that's about it.
Yeah, trying to run the counter, this time pulling 2 people from the right side to the left, but just kind of slow developing.
Seidel does gain 2. It's 3rd and 8 for the Tigers at their own 46. Clock down to 2:55 remaining before halftime. Marshfield breaks the huddle. Trey Parr near side. Pole and Hinson both wide far side. Gilbertson back on the pistol. Anderson next to him on 3rd and 8. Gilbertson takes the snap. Back to pass. Throws across the middle. In traffic. Incomplete. Looking for Trey Parr at the 45-yard line. With the ball knocked down by Will Hepner of New Richmond.
Officials allowing some contact tonight in the defensive backfield.
Incomplete pass.
Marshfield and New Richmond have climbed the back of some receivers tonight, but no flags on those.
So 4th and 8 Tigers at their own 46. Chris Pohl on to punt to Abraham Munson. 2:33 left before halftime. Good snap to Pohl. And here's a very good kick. Munson retreats, ball bounces inside the 10, inside the 5, into the end zone for a touchback. New Richmond ball on their own 20. 2:25 remaining in the first half, and Marshfield trailing New Richmond 6-3. Other high school football games around central Wisconsin tonight. Edgar and Stratford renew their great rivalry at Stratford this evening. Spencer Columbus at Colby. Bigfoot at Auburndale. Cadott at Pittsville. Neilsville Granton is at Loyal. That game being heard this evening on 92.7 FM WPKG. 1st and 10 New Richmond at their own 20-yard line. Reese Hitty, the quarterback, in the pistol. Miles Burke, the tailback, next to him on this play. Hitty takes the snap and gives to Burke. Straight ahead to the 25, to the 30-yard line, dives across the 30 for the first down. Several Tiger players got a hand on Burke but could not bring him down. And he gains 12 on that run. 1st and 10 for New Richmond, now at their own 32. Again, New Richmond does have all 3 timeouts remaining here in the first half. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Hitty back in the pistol formation. And he looks to throw near sideline. Caught by George Schrader. Gets outside across the 40 to the 45. And bumped out of bounds right there. Marshall tackle made by Charlie Kenny at the 44-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that pass play to Schrader. And a New Richmond first down once again.
107 yards passing so far for Hitty.
He had 180 and 3 touchdowns against Medford a week ago. 1st and 10 New Richmond, now at their own 46. 1:57 left in the second quarter. 2 receivers on either side. Burke, the tailback, next to Hitty. He looks to pass the ball. Has time, lobs near sideline, caught at the 50-yard line. Ball knocked down. We'll see if that was a complete pass or not, what the officials say.
Incomplete on this side.
Was knocked away, I think, by Griesbach, knocked away from Carter Langenus. Incomplete pass.
Yep, nice play.
2nd and 10 for New Richmond at their own 44. All the New Richmond players checking their wristbands once again. They line up on a double slot. Hitty in the pistol. Burke next to him. Hitty takes the snap and hands to Burke straight ahead. to about the 47-yard line.
Griesbach again. Nice tackle.
We do have a change now at quarterback for New Richmond. Nick Stelricht is now in the ball game at quarterback for New Richmond. He's the backup who last week did throw for 69 yards. Nick Stelricht, a sophomore, now playing quarterback for New Richmond. It's 3rd and 7 for New Richmond at their own 47-yard line. Stelricht in the pistol. Hepner next to him. Stelricht back to pass the football. Being rushed, throws far sideline, lobs it out there. Caught at the 40-yard line by George Schrader, ridden out of bounds. Let's see, New Richmond first down.
Beautiful spiraling pass from this near hash all the way across to the outside. Beautiful throw.
And Schrader out of bounds at the Tiger 39-yard line. A gain of 14. 1st and 10 to Richmond at the Tiger 39. 1:05 left before halftime. And Marshfield trails New Richmond 6-3. Nick Stelricht at quarterback now for New Richmond.
Empty backfield.
3 receivers near side, 2 on the far side. Stelricht takes the snap, runs to the near sideline, being pursued by Daggett. Hit as he throws, incomplete. Good pursuit that time by defensive end Simon Daggett. And Stelricht trying to hit George Schrader along the near sideline, but threw the ball low at his feet, incomplete because of Daggett's strong rush.
Give that sophomore some credit. He saw Daggett coming right at him, but he stood in there, backpedaled a little bit, but stood in there and got the ball away.
60 seconds left before halftime. 2nd and 10 New Richmond at the Marshfield 39. Again, New Richmond does have 3 timeouts remaining. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Stelricht takes the snap and hands the ball off to Hepner off the right side.
Ball's loose.
Ball did come loose. There's a pileup. Looks like New Richmond did retain possession at about the 45-yard line. It was 35-yard line, a gain of 4 on that run. 3rd and 6 New Richmond at the Tiger 35. Clock rolling down to 35 seconds left. And New Richmond in no hurry. He's signaling the play. Clock still rolling down to 25.
With all those timeouts left, wow.
And the players are standing around waiting for a play to come in.
He's not going to call it until at the last second.
Now a timeout called by New Richmond.
Yeah.
With 16 seconds remaining. New Richmond's first timeout, 16 seconds remaining before halftime. Our score is New Richmond 6 and the Marshfield Tigers 3. And more football coming up in just a moment.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chili, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com.
15 seconds remaining before halftime. Marshfield trailing New Richmond 6-3. New Richmond using a timeout here. They have a 3rd down, 3rd and 6 at the Marshfield 35-yard line.
I see situations like this, and I think of all the toss-type passes that they like to throw. Maybe a throw out here deep and a halfback or a wide receiver option pass downfield.
New Richmond has 3 receivers way out wide on the near side, 1 on the far side. Stelricht in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, looks to pass, has time, throws deep along the far sideline, incomplete. Running back Ethan Panic along the far sideline broke free in the secondary, but Stelricht's pass was offline, incomplete.
We've talked about the size of their running backs. They're not real big, but boy, they're quick, especially Panic. He really got down the field in a hurry.
Now it's a 4th and 6 for New Richmond at the Tiger 35-yard line. Clock is stopped with 11 seconds left, and New Richmond takes a timeout once again. New Richmond's 2nd timeout, 11 seconds remaining before halftime, and Marshfield trailing New Richmond by a score of 6-3. By the way, for those of you watching tonight on ZaleskiSports.com, tomorrow afternoon, high school football on ZaleskiSports.com. The Newman Cardinals open their 8-man schedule with a ball game against Three Lakes Phelps. That broadcast 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on ZaleskiSports.com.
I still have not seen an 8-man football game.
Neither have I, really. And there are variations of that. You know, some states play 7-man. When I went to Michigan back in the 1970s, we had some schools the previous year had played 6-man football.
Wow.
So, and I know some states play 9-man. It's different all over. Now, New Richmond has a 4th and 6 at the Tiger 35-yard line. They have 3 receivers wide on the near side, 1 on the far side. Stelricht in the pistol.
They're going to go far side.
Takes the snap, looks to pass, going to the near sideline. Now he's up the near sideline, short of the goal line, but caught at the 10-yard line, I believe. Yeah, it looks like Salmon came back, made the catch around the 11. See if they call that a catch or incomplete. Looks like that was caught by Selman at the 12-yard line.
Simultaneous catch between Selman and the Tiger defender, but I think Selman stepped in front just enough.
Gain of 23, and with 2 seconds on the clock, gives New Richmond time to attempt a field goal. That ball heaved up the near sideline, was up in the air, and Tigers could not defend it. Selman comes back, makes the catch, goes down on the 12-yard line, and with 2 seconds remaining, Bjorn Bonneman will come in and try to kick his 3rd field goal of the first half. New Richmond taking their final timeout right here. So this play will end the first half of football. Bonneman will line it up at the 19. 29-yard field goal try by Bjorn Bonneman, who already tonight has field goals of 28 and 32 yards. It's been a long time since we've seen 4 field goals in one high school football game. The backup quarterback, Stelricht, who did engineer this last drive, is the holder here. Tigers back on the field. 2 seconds in the period. 29-yard field goal try by Bjorn Bonneman. Ball is on the near hash mark. We're set to resume play. Ball is placed down. Kick is on the way. End over end kick, and it is good. And that play ends the first half of football here at New Richmond High School. So we have 4 scores here in the first half, all field goals. And New Richmond has the lead here at the halftime break. By the way, on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Major League Baseball action tomorrow afternoon as the Atlanta Braves face the San Francisco Giants. Our coverage begins tomorrow at 2:30 right here on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, and WOSQFM.com. Our halftime score here at New Richmond is New Richmond 9 and the Marshfield Tigers 3. We'll come back with an interview with new Abbotsford High School basketball coach Garrett Rao following these messages.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Mall Furniture has every type of chair you can think of. Lazy Boy, Best Swivel, Queen Anne, Marshfield, all types of lift chairs. We have it all. All are ready to pick up and take home today. Mall Furniture sells locally made products and is proud to serve Central Wisconsin. We've been family owned and operated for over 45 years and looking forward to many more. Have a look at us online at mallfurniturewi.com.
Mall Furniture, where value is yours.
Central Wisconsin Glass is Central Wisconsin's choice for your next new or remodeled shower and bathroom. The experts at Central Wisconsin Glass will effortlessly guide you through the design and installation process. Have the elegant and modern shower and bathroom you've been looking for. Call Central Wisconsin Glass at 715-387-8010. That's 715-387-8010. And Central Wisconsin Glass on Facebook for your residential, commercial, and vehicle glass needs.
Really got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has. You know, my best interest in mind always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's Fat Bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
You take over a program that's had a series of
18 in this ball game so far. Bigger stats on the New Richmond side, which kind of goes to what I was thinking about just a moment ago. 144 yards passing on 12 of 19 by Stelrecht and Heidi. Heidi is 10 of 15 for 170 yards, and Stelrecht has completed 2 passes for 37 yards as well. Rushing wise, 92 yards for New Richmond in this ball game. Some of that right up the middle. Miles Burke lugging most of the carries for New Richmond, 72 yards and 8 carries, 13 yards for Hepner in kind of a reserve role in the second quarter. Nick Salmon, 4 catches for 56. George Schrader, 3 catches for 21. Aiden Eckert, 3 catches for 18. 14 yards for Kurtovizis, whatever. And Carter Langenis has a catch for 28. So Marshfield has stopped enough to keep the score from getting out of hand, but the offense still is a little out of sorts right now.
Tigers are not moving the ball as well as they would like, and consequently, Marshfield trails here at the halftime break by a score of 9-3. Now we'll come back and start the second half of football in just a moment.
City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
The Midstate Technical College Healthcare Simulation Center, in a partnership with Aspirus, is a state-of-the-art interdisciplinary healthcare simulation center. It provides specialized spaces and simulation technology equipped with medium and high-fidelity mannequins and other equipment to create complex healthcare training scenarios. Visit our website at mstc.edu/simcenter.
High school football at New Richmond. It's the dusk hour, rather quick first half of football this evening. We get start the second half momentarily. Marshfield down by 6 here at the halftime break.
You know, the one play or situation that still kind of befuddles me is New Richmond not taking a timeout. I think there were about 37 seconds or 30 seconds left on the clock in the first half, and they were around Marshfield's 35-yard line, I believe, and they just let the clock run and run and run, got it down to about 16 seconds, and then tried a couple plays. Here we go.
Bonneman with a kickoff for New Richmond. End over end kick, far side, goes to an up man on the 20-yard line. That's Anderson pushing men out of the way, crosses the 30 to the 35 and to stop there. He had a blocker in front of him and just pushed him out of the way and ran to the outside for an extra 15 yards.
Yeah, he was saying, go hit somebody, would you? Don't just stand there.
So Marshfield puts the ball in play at their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10 as we start the second half. Marshfield trailing New Richmond 9-3.
I would still like to see Marshfield try to pound the ball here a little bit more in the second half. I don't know, from where we are way up here, that defensive line doesn't look real big. They've got a 220-pounder in nose guard that looks like he's about the biggest guy in that defensive line.
High backfield behind Gilbertson on 1st and 10. Now the Tigers shift. And Gilbertson goes back on the pistol. Adam takes the snap, gives to Seidel. Straight ahead for a few yards, cut down around the 37-yard line. About 2 on that play. 2nd and 8 Tigers at their own 37. Action just underway here in the second half. Marshfield trailing 9-3 in the first ever meeting between these two schools in football. Trey Parr back in. Seidel will leave. Tigers line up. Pohl and Hinson near side. Parr on the far side. Anderson the back next to Gilbertson. Hyman tight end on the far side on 2nd and 8. Gilbertson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, runs himself, eludes one tackler, but then stopped after a short gain. May have lost the football as well. The officials step in.
He should be down.
It looks like the officials are calling him down. Ball came loose, but Adam was down on the 39. He did gain 2 yards on the carry. Leaves Marshfield with a 3rd and 6 at their own 39-yard line. That New Richmond defensive line getting some good penetration those last 2 plays.
Too many thirds and semi-long
Yep.
in this ball game again for the Tigers.
We have that right here. Hinson and Pohl both out wide, far side. Anderson wing on the near side. Gilbertson in the pistol on 3rd and 6. Takes the snap. Good protection. Throws to the far sideline. Caught by Pohl across the 45. Run down right there at the 47, but that should be a first down for Marshfield.
One of the best passes I've seen Gilbertson throw this season from a little bit more towards this half of the middle of the field and far sideline to Pohl, who hauls it in with the hands, not against the chest. Very nice gain.
9 yards on the play, a first down for Marshfield at their own 48. Early in the 3rd quarter, Tigers trail New Richmond 9-3. Brooks Hinson, wide receiver, far near side. Chris Pohl, far side. Seidel, the running back next to Gilbertson. Denny, the blocking back. Seidel straight ahead, a nice gain across the 50.
There we go.
And dives down to near the 45, the mark around the 46, but does gain 6 on that run. 6 yards for Seidel to just shy of the New Richmond 45.
Tigers are 240, 245, 220 at center, 235, and 285 up front.
Some good-sized young men up there. 2nd and about 3 for the Tigers, just short of the New Richmond 45-yard line. Tigers now shift. Seidel in the backfield next to Gilbertson. He's in the pistol. 3 men on the far side. Gilbertson will hand to Seidel. Nice gain off the right side, but stopped near the first down marker. Looks like that play may go for more, but Mason cut down near that first down marker. 42. We'll see what kind of spot he gets.
No, got a great spot.
Yes, he did, and that will give the first down.
That was Seidel, correct?
Yes. 4 yards for Seidel. A first down for the Marshfield Tigers at the New Richmond 42-yard line.
He was short a good yard, but he got the break on the spot.
Hinson and Pohl, the wideouts. Anderson and Seidel in the backfield. High backfield here. Seidel straight ahead into the left side across the 40 and pushed back. Got to about the 39. Did get about 3 yards on that play.
Stay with that. 3 yards will become 5 yards. 5 yards will become 6, and we have a timeout on the field.
No, we have actually unsportsmanlike conduct.
Oh, is that what that was? Okay.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Marshfield.
Oh, boy.
Looks like after the play. That'll bring the ball all the way back to the Tiger 40-yard line.
Jeez.
And they have to get to the New Richmond 32 for a first down. So it's now 1st and 28. In fact, it's 2nd and 28. That's after the play. Dead ball foul. 2nd and 28 Tigers at their own 40. Gilbertson back in the pistol. Hands to Grayson Rohde, stopped at the line of scrimmage. Grayson may have lost a yard on that play. We'll see where they spot him. Back at the 38, he loses 2. 3rd and 30 for the Tigers. Now they're going to mark it back at the 40, but still 3rd and 28 for the Tigers at their own 40-yard line. Bad spot for unsportsmanlike conduct against Marshfield. Here's Pohl on the near side. Hinson wing on the far side. Gilbertson stays in the pistol formation. Grabs the snap, back to pass. Has time, throws far sideline, caught by Hinson at the 45. Tries to cut back inside, then taken down around the Marshfield 47. "7 yards on the pass play to Brooks Hinson. but still fourth and a long way, fourth and about 21 for the Tigers. So that unsportsmanlike conduct call, very inopportune for Marshfield. And the Tigers have to punt from their own 47-yard line.
2 catches thus far for Hinson for 25 yards.
Chris Pohl to punt the ball away. Good snap. Kick is away, a very high kick. Fair catch called for back at the 12-yard line by Abraham Munson. And New Richmond's offense back on the field with 6:40 remaining in the third quarter, and Marshfield trailing New Richmond 9-3.
42-yard punt with no return.
Good job there by Chris Pohl. New Richmond has the football on their own 15-yard line. And their starting quarterback, Reese Hitty, is back in the ball game. Miles Burke, the tailback next to him. 2 receivers near side, 1 on the far side, wing on the near side as well. Handoff, Hitty fakes the handoff, runs himself across the 25, 30, up the far sideline, 40, 45, knocked into bounds near midfield. Grant Fries knocks him down at the 50-yard line, but a big gain by Hitty. He'll get about 35 yards on that run.
Fries with the tackle for Marshfield.
Right on the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard
Hitty runs for 50. First and 10 to Richmond at the 50-yard line. Richmond on top, 9-3. On this play, Hitty will drop the football. There's a scramble. Marshfield may have it. A poor exchange, and the Tigers, I think, recover the fumble. Let's see how they call it here. Looks like it is Marshfield ball. I believe that was Aiden Brenner who fell on the football.
Well, it was one of those read plays, and Hitty had the ball in the belly of his running back. I think that might have been Burke or Hepner. I'm not sure which one was in there at the time. But the exchange just wasn't clean. It looked like Hitty maybe was going to try to pull the ball out, and it dropped and right into the hands of a couple Marshfield players.
First turnover by either squad tonight. Aiden Brenner gets that fumble recovery. First and 10 Marshfield at the New Richmond 47. Midway through the third quarter, Tigers down 9-3. Marshfield offense right back on the field. Gilbertson in the pistol. Fades to pass. Going deep to the near sideline for Chris Pohl. Behind a defender, makes a diving catch inside the 20. And they say he did haul it in cleanly and goes down on the 17-yard line.
Pohl stopped his route, and it looked like that ball was going to be overthrown, and that's why I went, oh. And then he had enough wherewithal there as a pretty inexperienced receiver, only a sophomore, took off and pulled that ball in with a diving catch.
And gains 31 on that play.
Nice play.
A first down for Marshfield at the New Richmond 16. 6 minutes remaining, third quarter. Tigers trail New Richmond 9-3. 9-3 New Richmond on top. Pohl and Hinson on the far side. Parr split on the near side. Gilbertson back in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, hands to Anderson straight ahead, no gain on the play. Spun down at the line of scrimmage by defensive lineman Caleb Hyman. Anderson stopped for no gain. Second and 10 Marshfield at the New Richmond 16-yard line. Play is stopped as Anderson ties his shoe in the huddle. And the Tigers change some personnel. Seidel and Denny both come back in. Second and 10 Tigers at the New Richmond 16. Seidel in the backfield next to Gilbertson. Adam back to pass. Being rushed. He'll take off here. 15, stumbles forward to the 12. Looks like he might have more running room than that, Dale, but he stumbled a bit. Lost control, and he gains 4 on the play.
He was going to our right up the near hash mark and tried to make a cut to the outside, and his foot just kind of buckled on him.
Leaves Marshfield with a 3rd and 6 at the New Richmond 12-yard line. Tigers in 2 down territory here.
Yeah, that last play looked like it had big-time potential, but he just slipped, fell down.
Henson near side, Pohl far side. Seidel in the backfield. Next to Gilbertson, 2 blockers on the near side as well. Gilbertson rolls to the far sideline. Stops, throws across his body towards the goal line, and Pohl goes high near the goal line to grab it. He does come down with it. He goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Wow.
Well, it's good to be a 6'7". Chris Pohl out leaping a New Richmond defender to grab that and go out of bounds at the 1. Pickup of 11 on that play. A first and goal for Marshfield at the New Richmond 1 yard line.
I see what Coach Gadel was pretty excited when Pohl decided to come back out for football this year. What an athlete.
Tigers line up Anderson and Seidel on the eye behind Gilbertson.
Only a sophomore.
Gilbertson to Seidel off the left side,
man.
in for the touchdown.
Wow. Kind of hard to tell here. There was just a big pile of bodies over left guard. And Seidel went untouched.
So Brenner's fumble recovery leads to the Tigers score. 5-play, 47-yard scoring drive. We're deadlocked at 9. And now Steinbach to attempt to kick the PAT. Marshfield's first touchdown of the year. This for the lead. Gilbertson the holder. Ball is down. Kick is on the way. Long enough, and the kick is good.
Good. Marshfield leads.
Tigers get the lead back. We have 3:41 remaining in the third quarter. Our score is Marshfield 10, New Richmond 9. Back to New Richmond and more football in just a moment.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Back on top, leading by 1 as Keegan Frederick kicks off.
Marshfield JV team won another ball game. They were down by a good 2 touchdowns, maybe more, but came back to win the ball game against New Richmond.
The kick by Pohl, end over end, goes in the end zone for the touchback. By Frederick. Keegan Frederick on the kickoff to the goal line for touchback.
They really don't have a lot. Oh, there's a flag way down there on the end. It's not moving very much. So,
yeah, Marshfield won that preliminary game. JV2, which is the freshman
team,
36-32 today.
Yeah, and they were down big.
First and 10 to Richmond at their own 20-yard line. Reese Hitty at quarterback in that pistol formation. Grabs the snap. No, that's Stelbrick back in there. Runs near side, tosses on the run, completes to Schrader at the 30-yard line, and out of bounds shy of the 35. That's the backup quarterback, Stelbrick, back in the ballgame.
Some nice blocking downfield by a wide receiver out here on this near side. Helped spring that play.
Pickup of 15 on that play. First down for New Richmond at their own 35. 3.5 left, third quarter. Tigers now lead New Richmond 10-9. Stelbrick in the quarterback spot. Miles Burke, the tailback, next to him. Stelbrick again to pass the football. Has time, throws deep across the middle, and it's intercepted! Intercepted by Caleb Neuenfeld.
What a catch. What a play. Cut in front of that and extended himself and went down, hung on to the ball. Read the quarterback eyes, apparently. The New Richmond has run some slant passes, mostly shallow ones, but that time trying to go deep. And what a nice defensive play there by Marshfield.
Neuenfeld makes the diving interception, goes down right away at the Tiger 45-yard line. So back-to-back turnovers by the Marshfield defense and the Tiger offense back on the field. They'll have the football on their own 45 with 3:09 left in the third quarter, and Marshfield on top 10-9. Tiger offense back out there. Pohl and Hinson the wideouts. Seidel, the tailback, next to Gilbertson. 2 blocking backs on the far side as well. Gilbertson hands the ball to Seidel on the sweep, breaks a tackle, gets outside for a nice gain of about 4, maybe 5 to near midfield.
Trying to see who that was out there blocking.
Seidel out to the 5th.
Anderson.
Braden Anderson.
Yep.
Gains about 4 to the 49. 2nd and 6 Tigers at their own 49-yard line.
Looked like he was going to be trapped behind the line of scrimmage, but he's pretty fast, and he turned on the jets and got to the corner.
Hinson near side, Pole on the far side. Two blocking backs near side. Gilbertson fades to pass, lobs it near side, and Hinson at the 45, hit right away. Goes down at the 46-yard line, about a yard short of the first down. Only 3 yards on that quick out to Brooks Hinson.
Can't quite figure why, but New Richmond is playing tight on one side of the line as far as receivers, and then they're playing about 8 to 9 yards off on the opposite side in a single coverage, and giving up some easy throws.
Here's a 3rd and 1 for the Tigers at the New Richmond 46. Tigers shift into an I backfield. Gilbertson under center here.
Pound it.
Adam turns, gives to Seidel, straight ahead. He may have lost the ball. There's a pileup there. New Richmond says they have the football. The officials haven't said yet. It looks like New Richmond does have it. New Richmond will have the football on the fumble, and they take over on their own 42-yard line.
First Marshfield turnover.
So the Tigers turn the ball right back to New Richmond, and the New Richmond Ball Club has it back at their own 43. 1st and 10, New Richmond at their own 43. 1:40 left, 3rd quarter. Marshfield on top, 10-9. New Richmond offense back on the field. On 1st down, Hitty back in the ball game, hands off to Burke. He dives across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Miles Burke picks up 3 on that run. 2nd and 7, New Richmond at their own 46. Again, New Richmond does not huddle, but they check with the sidelines for a signal, then glance at their wristbands for the play. 2nd and 7, New Richmond at their own 46-yard line. Hitty in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, runs himself, gets hit from behind and spun down behind the line of scrimmage.
Hit hard.
That's Daggett, makes that play at the 45-yard line.
And I think Griesbach too, yeah.
Yes, he was there also, you're right. Loss of 1 on the play. A 3rd and 8 now for New Richmond at their own 45-yard line. Final minute, 3rd quarter. Tigers lead by 1. Play being signaled in here from the New Richmond sideline.
Hudson runs a similar offense. Marshfield runs a similar offense to these. I think the defense maybe is starting to get the idea here a little bit.
Hitty with no money in the backfield with him. Empty backfield on 3rd and 8 from the 45-yard line.
Single safety
Takes
for
the
Marshfield.
snap, looks to throw, starts to run far side. Daggett in pursuit, stops. Now throws down the far sideline, and the ball caught inside the 40-yard line by Aiden Eckert along the sideline. Stays in bounds and should have the first down at the Marshfield 38. Aiden Eckert makes the catch. Gain of 17, a first down for New Richmond at the Marshfield 38-yard line. Now 18 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Marshfield leads 10-9. Joe Hepner back in to play a running back spot. Tigers get the first down on 3rd and 8. Players all checking the sideline for that play. Empty backfield here. Hitty in the pistol on 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Hepner comes through in motion. Handoff on the jet sweep, coming near side to the 35-yard line, 30, and run down around the 26-yard line. Tackled there by Donnie Carolfi. That may be a first down for New Richmond as well. It will be a first down for New Richmond at the 26. 12 yards for Hepner on that play. And that play will end the 3rd quarter football here at New Richmond. Our score after 3 quarters, Marshfield 10, New Richmond 9. Back with the 4th quarter in just a moment.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
You're listening to Marshfield Tiger Football on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. With Delia Kitis, I'm Gene Delisio at New Richmond. New Richmond has a first down on the Tiger 26-yard line as we start the fourth quarter. Marshfield leads by 1. On first down, Hitty will hand the ball off outside to Hepner. Turns the corner, far sideline, 15, 10, onto the bounds inside the Tiger 5-yard line.
These running backs for New Richmond are pretty quick. Not real big, but pretty quick.
And Hepner down to about the 5, maybe the 3-yard line. And he picks up 23 yards on that play. First and goal for New Richmond at the Marshfield 3. Burke back at the ball game, a tailback. Hitty under center, takes it himself straight ahead. There's a pile up there. He does not get in. Stopped outside the goal line. Hitty stopped at the 1-yard line. Second and goal for New Richmond at the Tiger 1. New Richmond lines up again. Well, there's a man flinching in that offensive line on New Richmond's side, that left guard. Now Hitty under center quickly. Straight ahead again. No signal as of yet.
Yeah.
And now a touchdown is called by the linesman. Hitty goes 1 yard for the score to cap a 7-play, 57-yard scoring drive. And New Richmond now leads 15-10. So New Richmond back on top. Hitty's second rushing touchdown of the season. Bonneman. Let's see if he comes in for the PAT try.
I'd go for 2 here.
The New Richmond ball player standing around waiting for some direction here.
Jeez, how long do they get?
And now New Richmond will send out Hitty and go for 2. Hitty in the pistol here. New Richmond going for 2 on this play. Panic, the back next to Hitty, and still no play coming in.
No play coming in, no call by the UL. The other referee's going to come in and step in. I don't know if we have a timeout or a...
Hepner comes in now to replace Panic in the backfield. A lot of time going off here. And the officials now standing at the goal line.
I don't get it.
Ball, maybe he did not get in. He did not get in on that last goal. So it's third down, it's third and goal. And here's the handoff, and now Hitty gets in for the touchdown. That last play, Hitty did not get in. And they signaled touchdown, but then they changed that. Now Hitty does get in for the 1 yard score.
Yeah, because I was going to make the comment, the official on this near sideline, which is 2/3 of the way across the field, signaled touchdown on that last play, so thus your call. But the guys on the other side certainly were a lot closer to the play.
So now New Richmond does lead 15-10. Now New Richmond has the PAT try.
So I think some of our delay was the officials kind of talking it over.
And it looks like New Richmond will go for 2 here. Now a 5-point lead. Hitty in the pistol. Panic next to him. High snap. Ball hands to Meyer. He throws in the end zone where it's caught on the back line by Schrader for the 2-point conversion. Burke to Schrader for the 2-point play. And New Richmond converts the 2-point conversion. So 11:09 remaining in regulation time. Our score now is New Richmond 17 and the Marshfield Tigers 10. And more football coming up in just a moment.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
By 7, still early fourth quarter, and Bonneman kicking off for New Richmond. Henson and Seidel back deep for Marshfield. Short kick here, and Henson at the 14, heading for the far sideline to the 20, turns the corner, 25, coming back to the inside to the 30, and pushed back there. Ball comes loose, but well after the whistle. Marshfield football around their own 30-yard line, early fourth quarter. Tigers now down 17-10. They'll put the ball in play at the 34-yard line. Tiger offense back on the field. Adam Gilbertson playing quarterback. Brooks Hinson, Chris Pohl come out wide to the near side. Mason Seidel in the backfield next to Gilbertson. Adam to throw. Chris slant to Pohl. Tipped high there and intercepted by Hiddy. Coming up the near sideline, 40, 30, 20-yard line, 15, 10, out of bounds inside the 10. That ball tipped away from Pohl, and Hiddy on the deflection makes the interception and returns inside the Tiger 10-yard line.
Yeah, ball thrown a little high. Pohl on a deep slant pattern from his left receiver side back over the middle. That ball traveled about 15 yards in the air. Pohl went up to try to grab it, but in the process ended up tipping it higher in the air and right into the hands of a New Richmond defender.
So New Richmond now has the football at the Tiger 9-yard line. Early fourth quarter, New Richmond now on top, 17-10. Stelrett back in the ball game at quarterback. And he'll hand off straight ahead to Hepner for about 2 yards. Hepner down to maybe 1 yard to the 8. Second and goal, New Richmond at the Tiger 8-yard line. Still early fourth quarter, early fourth quarter. Marshfield now trails 17-10. Second and goal, New Richmond from the Marshfield 8-yard line. Stelrett back in the pistol. Hepner the tailback next to him. Stelrett will hand to Hepner coming to the near sideline inside the 5 and powers way to the 1-yard line, flung down there. Hepner, not a real big guy, as we mentioned, just 5'9", 164, but did use some strength there to get down to the 1-yard line. He gained 7 on that play.
Yeah, he had a few blockers out in front of him, too, was kind of what you say in a... Here we go.
Third and goal, New Richmond from the 1, and Stelrett himself off tackle, gets in for the touchdown. 3-play, 9-yard scoring drive, and New Richmond now on top, 23-10. That score at 9:47 of the fourth quarter. And so New Richmond with 2 touchdowns in 1 minute and 25 seconds.
We got a swinging gate here.
New Richmond now lines up for the PAT. Bonneman will try to kick it. Stelrett the holder. Ball is placed down, a wobbly snap, but the ball goes through. The kick is good by Bonneman. And New Richmond with 2 touchdowns in a 90-second span here early in the fourth quarter. 9:47 left in regulation time, and our score is New Richmond 24 and the Marshfield Tigers 10, and more football in just a moment.
Our kind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Brown Fine Business Technologies has been a pleasure.
We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Tiger turnovers here in the fourth quarter lead to quick scores by New Richmond. New Richmond now leads 24-10 with 9:47 left in regulation time. Here's the New Richmond kickoff. Comes to Seidel on the 6, heading for the far sideline. The 20, 25, across the 30, on his feet near the 40-yard line. Nice return by Mason Seidel. And Marshfield has the ball in pretty good shape here.
Once again, Marshfield returning the ball to the far sideline towards their bench.
It will be first down for Marshfield. Looks like right on their own 40-yard line.
There's reasons that a lot of teams do that, like to return the ball on punts and kicks to their bench, but I don't know if I'm going to get into that. Some of my official friends might not care for that.
Tiger football on their own 40 as we resume play. Adam Gilbertson playing quarterback. 2 blockers on the near side, 2 wings. And Gilbertson will pitch the ball near side to Rohde. He gets cut down immediately. Stop backer on the 35. Grayson Rohde couldn't get outside. He goes down for a loss of about 4, maybe 5 yards on that play. They'll mark him down on the 35. He does lose 5 on the play.
Well, Marshfield had 2 players lined up, and I guess you'd have to call it almost a double wing formation. And those 2 players pulled out around the corner, but there were players inside that slipped in behind him and made the tackle.
2nd and 15, Tigers at their own 35. Pohl and Hinson far side. Hyman tight end on the near side. Anderson and Seidel in the eye. Gilbertson under center on this play. Fake handoff. Adam rolls far side. Throws on the run behind his receiver. Anderson at the 40. Incomplete.
A lot of pressure at that time. In fact, Gilbertson was knocked down as he threw the ball. Clean play. But a lot of pressure.
Tiger 3rd and long here. 3rd and 15 for Marshfield at their own 35-yard line. Tigers held a 10-9 lead after 3, but then 2 quick turnovers leads to 2 quick touchdowns for New Richmond. That's where we stand right now. Conversion play for Marshfield, 3rd and 15 at their own 35-yard line. Hinson and Pohl both out wide to the far side. Gilbertson stands in the pistol formation, takes the snap, drops back to pass, throws far sideline. Pohl at the 40, circles back to the outside to about the 43, and stop there, about 5 yards short of the first down.
Nice throw again, though. Had to throw it to the far sidelines on an out pattern, put it right on the money.
Gain of 9. It's a 4th and 6 for Marshfield at their own 44.
I do see Gilbertson looking a little more confident in throwing the football tonight.
And Adam is still on the field, so the Tigers apparently will go for it. 4th and 6 Marshfield at their own 44. And Marshfield going for it. Pohl and Hinson, the wide receivers. Gilbertson back in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, back to pass, being rushed, throws far sideline, high, and caught by Pohl for the first down. A high throw, but Chris goes up and grabs it. Goes out of bounds at the New Richmond 48.
Oh, what a play. That looked like it was going to be picked off as the New Richmond player undercut it. There was another one in behind, but Gilbertson somehow managed to sandwich that ball in between, and it was high. But nice to have that big, tall receiver out there. How many yards?
Pickup of 8 on the play, a first down for Marshfield at the New Richmond 48-yard line.
I think everybody in the place knew it was going to Pohl.
8 minutes to play. Tigers trail 24-10. Gilbertson back in the pistol, but before that, whistles sound, and we have a Marshfield timeout. Tigers use their first timeout of the second half with 8:01 remaining in regulation time. Our score is New Richmond 24, the Marshfield Tigers 10. And more football in just a moment.
High school sports is being Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
If you like pizza, you need to try Sweat's Country Mart.
The New Richmond 48. Gilbertson goes deep in the far sideline. Nobody there. Hinson on that far side. He turned in rather than do a sideline route.
Yeah, he was turned in because the defensive back grabbed a hold of him and spun him around. There was no way he was going to be able to get to that pass.
Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 Tigers at the New Richmond 48-yard line. New Richmond on top by 2 scores. 7:45 remaining in regulation time. Now a triple I formation behind Gilbertson. And Adam drops back to pass, now takes off. He'll run straight ahead to the 45 and barrels the way down to about the 43.
Delivered quite a hit to that player who came up to tackle.
We'll mark him at the 42 rather, a gain of 6 for Adam Gilbertson.
Yeah, Gilbertson's not a small guy.
Nope, 6'3", 200.
Yep.
3rd and 4 Tigers at the New Richmond 42-yard line. Tigers down by 2 scores. Pole far side, Hinson near side. Anderson comes as a wing on the near side. Seidel, the tailback, and now they shift. And Hinson and Pole both on the far side in a slot formation on 3rd and 4. Gilbertson drops back to pass, steps up, and he'll run across the 40, breaks a tackle, dives forward to near the first down marker at the 38.
I think he's got it.
It looks like they do. They'll put him at the 37, so he gains 5 and gets the first down for Marshfield at the New Richmond 37-yard line. 6:55 left in regulation time, and Marshfield trails New Richmond 24-10. Tigers need 2 scores in this one. Pole near side, Hinson far side. Seidel back in as the tailback next to Gilbertson. Adam takes the snap, gives to Seidel. Nice gain across the middle. And he'll drive down to about the 32-yard line, pick up 5 or 6 on that carry. 5 yards on the play to the 32. 2nd and 5 Marshfield at the New Richmond 32-yard line.
83 yards rushing now and 17 carries for Seidel.
Mason did have 2 times. Last year he ran for 107 against both Slinger and Wausau West. Pole and Hinson wide outs far side. Anderson blocking back near side. Hyman the tight end. Seidel in the backfield next to Gilbertson on 2nd and 5. Adam draws back to pass. Quick out far side. Low throw and almost intercepted. The officials say incomplete.
Wow.
Looking for Pole on a quick out, but the ball was thrown low. And Abraham Munson of New Richmond jumped the route, dove, but could not field it cleanly. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 5 for Marshfield at the New Richmond 32. Stops the clock with 5:52 remaining. Trey Parr hitting for the far side. Hinson and Pole both wide near side. Anderson, the running back, next to Gilbertson on 3rd and 5. Hinson goes through in motion. Gilbertson back to pass. Quick out to Hinson far side. Makes the catch, but dropped almost immediately. New Richmond saw that one coming. And one of the New Richmond linebackers, Andy Johnson, right there to make the tackle at the 33. That pass play actually loses 1 yard. So now 4th and 6 for Marshfield at the New Richmond 33. Tigers down by 14 with 5:25 to play, so conversion is a must right here. Tigers change some personnel. Hinson and Pole both out to the far side. Seidel in the backfield next to Gilbertson. Anderson blocking back near side on 4th and 6. Gilbertson back to pass. Pump fakes, gets hit, throws as he is hit, and throws the ball out of bounds, incomplete. As he was hit, Gilbertson released the ball, but he got spun around on the throw attempt, and the ball sails over the sideline, incomplete. And Richmond takes over on downs. An 11-play drive stalls out. And the Richmond offense back on the field, 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. Richmond on top, 24-10. 5 minutes to play in regulation time.
Well, Gilbertson with 120 yards passing tonight in 17 attempts, 1 interception. That was a ball that was tipped into a defender's hands for that interception.
Hitty back in the ballgame at quarterback for New Richmond. He'll hand to Burke on 1st down, sweep to the near side, gets outside of the 40, cuts back inside to about the 42. Drop there by several Tigers, led by Donnie Carolfi. And they'll mark him at the 43. Gain of 10 on the play and a 1st down for New Richmond. New Richmond 1st down on their own 43-yard line. They'll let that clock run now. 4:35 remaining in regulation time. New Richmond leads 24-10. Oh. Richmond taking their time here. Hitty, the quarterback, now lines up in that pistol formation. Burke, the tailback, next to him. Gets the snap. Gives to Burke. Gets outside across the 50, 45, 40. And spun down inside the Marshfield 30-yard line. Still on his feet at about the 27. Miles Burke was a very determined running. Carries all the way down to the Marshfield 27-yard line. Gain of 30 on that run by Miles Burke. And a 1st down for New Richmond at the Tiger 27-yard line.
And he hits the 100-yard mark with 105 for this ball game.
He ran for 40 a week ago.
At 105 in 10 carries.
3:40 left. Tigers down 24-10. 1st and 10 to Richmond at the Marshfield 27. Hitty at quarterback. They've gone with 2 quarterbacks tonight. Hepner now the tailback next to him. And Hitty will give to Hepner a big hole off the left side. He'll dive down to about the 21 and pick up 6 on that run. 2nd and 4 for New Richmond at the Tiger 21-yard line.
And he has 71 yards in 10 carries.
And Marshfield now takes a timeout. Tigers use their 2nd timeout of the second half. 3:12 remaining in regulation time, and our score is New Richmond 24 and the Marshfield Tigers 10. More football coming up in just a moment.
High school thanks to our game day sponsors, Ag Country, Viaduct Bar and Grill, Nikolai Construction, H&S Manufacturing, Blues Hair Studio, Crystal Finishing, Mutual of Wausau. Now, back to Gene Delisio.
Marshfield Tigers down by 14. 3:12 remaining in regulation time. Tigers led 10-9 after 3, but then 2 touchdowns by New Richmond in the first 2.5 minutes of the 4th quarter after Tiger turnovers, turning the tide in this ball game. 2nd and 3 for New Richmond at the Marshfield 21-yard line. Hitty in the ball game at quarterback. Panic, the tailback next to him on display. Schrader goes in motion as a blocking back wing on the far side. And Hitty straight ahead to the 15-yard line and taken down near the 10. Quarterback Reese Hitty with the run straight ahead to about the near the 10. Might be the 10.5. Looks like just outside the 10. They'll give him 11 yards on the play. And a 1st down for New Richmond just outside the Tiger 10. 2:55 remaining. New Richmond has the lead at 24-10. New Richmond can get a 1st down here, so the ball just outside the 10-yard line. Hitty back in the pistol formation again. Panic, the tailback next to him. Hitty taking his time, watching that clock run down. Now gets set to take the snap from the pistol formation. Grabs it, hands to Panic straight ahead, and dives down to about the 4. 6 yards for Ethan Panic on that play. 2nd and 3 for New Richmond at the Tiger 4-yard line. Now once again, New Richmond in no hurry here. Clock down to 2:10 remaining in regulation time.
Just not used to seeing this Marshfield defensive front handled the way it has been handled the last 2 weeks.
Hitty lines up in the pistol. Panic, the tailback next to him on 2nd down from the 4-yard line. 2nd and 3 from the 4. Hitty watching that back judge. More concerned about the time than a score here. Hitty now takes a high snap and runs himself down to about the 2. Gains 2 on the play. 3rd and about 1 for New Richmond at the Tiger 2-yard line. Now at 90 seconds remaining. And again, Hitty limping slightly as he looks towards the New Richmond bench for a sign on the next play. Clock still rolling, 1:10 remaining in regulation time. Now Hitty back in the shotgun or the pistol formation on 3rd and 2 from the 3-yard line. Hitty standing with his hands on his hips, watching that clock run down. Now gets set to accept that snap. Takes it and hands to Hepner, who gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
He's untouched.
Joe Hepner goes 2 yards for the score. 7-play, 67-yard touchdown drive for New Richmond. And New Richmond now leads it 30-10. Three touchdowns for New Richmond here in the 4th quarter. New Richmond in that swinging gate formation. Now they'll shift. And Bonneman will attempt to kick the PAT. Hitty the holder. Ball is down. Kick is away. And the kick is good. And that stops the clock once again. Just 50 seconds remaining in regulation time. Our score now, New Richmond 31 and the Marshfield Tigers 10. And more football coming up in just a moment.
Save during the summer tire event at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers. Up to $150 back on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires. Buy online or mail-in rebate when you use the Goodyear credit card through June 30th at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Now Richmond has scored 3 touchdowns here in the 4th quarter to grab a 31-10 lead in the game's final minute of play. Bjorn Bondeman to kick off for New Richmond. Henson and Denny back in deep safety for Marshfield. Here's the kick. Far side, Henson on the 11. Near side 20. Gets a block out to the 30-yard line, 35. Across the 45-yard line, then gang tackle there. So Marshfield does have good field position here, but only 38 seconds left in the ball game. Tiger football on their own 46-yard line. Time for a couple of plays here. May see some new faces come out here for this final drive. Tigers on top 10-9 after 3. And then some costly turnovers leading to some quick scores for New Richmond. And Tigers on their way to their 2nd straight loss tonight. Adam Gilbertson stays in the ball game at quarterback. Anderson and Rohde in the eye behind him. The Tigers now shift. And Gilbertson to the pistol with Rohde, the tailback. Rohde gets the handoff straight ahead of the 50, 45-yard line. Fumbles the ball forward. Ball rolls towards the sideline. Pile up there. May have gone out of bounds, which would keep possession for Marshfield. That is the call, I believe. And the ball will go to the 39-yard line. So actually a gain of 15 for Grayson Rohde. With 31 seconds to play, Tigers trailing 31-10. Grayson ran for 26 yards against Hudson last week. Tigers line up 1st and 10 at the New Richmond 39-yard line. Rohde in the backfield with Gilbertson once again on this play. Wide outs on either side. Gilbertson again gives to Rohde, gets outside for a nice gain. 30-yard line, cuts back inside the 25 and stop there. 2 nice runs for Grayson Rohde. Gets 14 on that play. A first down for Marshfield at the New Richmond 25. Clock is running. 20 seconds to play. Tigers may have time for one more play here. High snap. Gilbertson will fall on the ball back at the 34-yard line. And that should wrap things up. That's a 9-yard loss for Gilbertson. And that ends the contest as time expires. Marshfield Tigers lead after 3 tonight, but give up 3 touchdowns in the 4th quarter, and New Richmond earns the win this evening. Our final score, New Richmond 31 and the Marshfield Tigers 10. Back with a full recap on our postgame report in just a moment.
High school sports is being brought to you courtesy of our broadcaster.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
In the first half. The first by Marshfield's J.J. Steinbach at 5:49 of the first period to cap a 7-play, 44-yard scoring drive. That was a 23-yard field goal by Steinbach to give Marshfield a 3-0 lead. New Richmond then countered with 3 field goals later in the first half. The first at 2:24 the first quarter. A 28-yarder by Bjorn Bonneman. On the ensuing kickoff, that was a 10-play, 54-yard scoring drive to tie the ball game at 3. Bonneman then kicked 2 more field goals in the second quarter after Marshfield punts. At 6:03, a 32-yard field goal to cap a 14-play, 85-yard drive to give New Richmond a 6-3 lead. And as time expired at the end of the second quarter, following another Tiger punt, Bonneman kicked a 29-yard field goal to include a 9-play, 68-yard scoring drive. And so New Richmond had the lead at 9-3 at the halftime break. Only one score in the third quarter. That was a 1-yard touchdown run by Marshfield's Mason Seidel to cap a 5-play, 47-yard scoring drive that began on a fumble recovery by Marshfield's Aiden Brenner. Steinbach then kicked the PAT to give Marshfield a 10-9 lead at 3:41 of the third quarter. That was our third quarter score. Marshfield then looked like they'd be in position to wrap up the ball game as they got the ball back on a pass interception by Neuenfeld. Their fine safety, Kurt Neuenfeld, made that pass interception to give Marshfield the football on the New Richmond 47-yard line. Caleb Neuenfeld, I should say. Marshfield had the football on the New Richmond, or on their own 45-yard line after that interception by Neuenfeld. But 2 plays later, a fumble recovery gave the ball right back to New Richmond, and they scored on an 8-play, 57-yard drive on a 1-yard touchdown run by quarterback Reese Hitty. And then the tailback Miles Burke threw a 2-point conversion pass to George Schrader to give New Richmond a 17-10 lead with 11:09 to play in regulation time. That was an 8-play, 57-yard drive. On the ensuing drive, Hitty made a pass interception, giving the ball back to New Richmond on the Tiger 9. New Richmond then scored 3 plays later on a 1-yard touchdown run by the backup quarterback Stelrecht. Bonneman came back in, kicked the PAT. New Richmond led 24-10 with 9:47 remaining in regulation time. And then a Tiger drive stalling out on downs. The New Richmond Ball Club got the ball back on their own 33, went 67 yards in 3 plays, and scored on a 3-yard run by Joe Hepner. Bonneman kicked the PAT. New Richmond led 31-10 with just 50 seconds remaining in regulation time, and that closed out the scoring in this ball game tonight. New Richmond gets the win over Marshfield by a final score of 31-10. And Delia Kitis rejoined us to talk about the final stats in this ball game following these messages.
High school sports is being brought to you courtesy of our broadcaster. (31-10), and Delia Kitis standing by with his thoughts on this Tiger loss and the final stats in the ball game tonight. Dale?
Well, once again, Tigers give up big yardage to New Richmond, 411 total yards in the ball game, 235 yards rushing and 31 attempts, leading ground gainers. Quarterback Reese Hitty with 50 yards in 9. Overall, the best ball carrier for New Richmond was Miles Burke with 105 yards in only 10 carries. Joe Hepner chipped in 74 yards with 11 carries in the ball game. Passing yardage, 176 yards with the combination of Hitty and Stelrecht in the ball game. Stelrecht was 3 of 6 with an interception. Hitty was 11 of 16, 176 yards between the two of them, with the one interception. Leading receivers for New Richmond, 25 yards and 4 carries for Eckert, 21 yards in 3 carries or attempts for Schrader, 56 yards and 4 catches for Salmon, and a catch each for Langrens and Katovich. I don't know if I mentioned the leading receivers for Marshfield, or if I did. I get to their stats yet?
No, not yet.
I'm sorry. A little disappointed at this loss, I guess. 237 total yards from Marshfield, 117 on the ground in 30 attempts. Leading ground gainer was Mason Seidel, 17 carries for 83. Nobody else had over 30 for Marshfield. Gilbertson had 23 and 6. Anderson only 4 yards and 3 carries this week after 66 yards last week, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
27 yards for Rhodey in some late ball game runs. Leading receivers, Brooks Hinson, 28 yards and 4 catches. 82 yards for Chris Pohl in 7 catches for the ball game. Marshfield with 237, I think I said 31, 237 total yards, 11 of 18 passing with 1 interception, 2 turnovers again tonight. But the story so far, Gene, the way I see it, is Marshfield defensively just has not been able to stop teams. And some of that is on the ground, right up the middle. I know it's a difficult offense to stop, this read type offense where you fake the ball to one guy and then the quarterback keeps it, runs up the middle and so on. But right now, Tigers have to find an answer for it because they've been beaten soundly by it 2 weeks in a row.
And the Tigers in position to maybe earn a win tonight, held a 1-point lead after 3, had the ball in good field position, but then a turnover, then another turnover. And just like that, 2 quick scores by New Richmond, and they put the ball game away. So turnovers hurting Marshfield again tonight.
Yeah, they did. That one big interception on the tipped pass to Bobby Pohl, and the long return off of that kind of reminded me of that touchdown Marshfield gave up just before the half against Hudson. It seemed to be kind of a, if we call it a turning point, but it certainly was a big moment in the game for New Richmond. And sorry, throwing a sneeze in there as well. Turnover, big moment for New Richmond to take the ball back down deep into Marshfield's territory. And then, I don't know, Marshfield just seemed to not have enough gas after that. So Marshfield defensively has a lot of work to do. I think I saw Gilbertson improve tonight. He actually ran the ball a couple times tonight for some nice yardage. Made some nice throws. He's got a couple good receivers out there. Obviously, Pohl is one that has become a real receiving threat that teams are going to have to account for. The rushing game, pretty mediocre at this point, and I, say that kindly, but that's pretty much the truth.
Marshfield takes a second straight loss tonight, losing to New Richmond by a score of 31-10. Back with more from New Richmond in just a moment. 31-10. There was a freshman game also this evening. Marshfield did win that freshman contest by a score of 36-32. And also one other score to report from earlier today in a non-conference game. Auburndale beat Bigfoot 42-0 as Auburndale's Evan Scholl ran for 192 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tigers now 0-2 overall. And they open VFA play next Friday night at Hiding Stadium against Wausau East. Good to be back at home next Friday night, Dale. And good to see Wausau East back in the conference. They had some rough years with low numbers going to 8-man football. Must be the biggest school in the state playing 8-man football, but they did that for a while. But we'll see how they've rebuilt that program next week.
Yep, good to see the hard work being done there by people recruiting football players, and we'll see what happens with both of the schools in Wausau here in a couple years, as there is a lot of talk. I don't know if it's totally been approved yet, but it kind of sounds to me like it's a done deal that Wausau West and East will unite as one high school, maybe in 25.
Yes, that will likely take place, and they'll have one program, which means we'll be going down to one. We'll be down one school in the Valley Football Association, also down one school in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. We'll have a 6-team league unless there's some teams moved in or something, but that's the way the future does look for sports in central Wisconsin.
Yeah, well, the WIAA has a way in every year of kind of moving around some of the conferences, and I know they have some plans in place for the Big Rivers Conference over here and some others down in the Milwaukee area as well. These teams that are going to have to move already, and they know it for next year.
It looks like every couple of years they have a big movement. Colby's moving next year. And
where are they going?
They're going back to, I think they're going into the central Wisconsin with Spencer and Stratford.
Oh, okay.
So some big changes next year as well. So changes every year, it seems like, in high school football on the conference scene. But worry about that next year. Next week, Marshfield and Wausau East at Hiding Stadium next Friday night. Game time 7 p.m. Our broadcast at 6:30 next Friday evening on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, and WOSQFM.com. Thanks to our sponsors of Tiger Football and WOSQ, including the Sports Den of Marshfield, Partners Bank of Marshfield, Spencer and Stratford, and Quality Roofing of Marshfield. For Dahlia Kitis, I'm Gene Delisio. That's it from New Richmond. Our final score once again tonight, New Richmond 31 and the Marshfield Tigers 10.
High school sports is being brought to you courtesy of our broadcaster club members, including BBD.